Hey everybody, welcome back to another video about Tainted Grail. If you haven't heard about this, I made videos on this a few months ago. It's in active development. I've been working very closely with the developer and been kept up to date in terms of updates, new classes, new additions. As you guys might remember, they've been focusing heavily on the conquest mode while they keep the campaign and the story kind of a secret so that when the full campaign releases, it's fresh for everybody instead of releasing it in chunks through early access. Now, as part of the conquest mode, they've been doing these events, and they had a weekly event when I was in the middle of a move and I wasn't able to tackle it. But now I'm going to tackle the new weekly event that just started. It's called Near Death Revelation. So thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video again. Really appreciate the support from these guys, and I'll have links down below that you should check out if you want to see the game for yourself. I'm going to get started here and I'll kind of explain the game as I go. I gave it one chance so far and I got my score of 2986. The entire point of this event is to face off against this boss at the end. And that boss, you want to just deal as much damage as you can to it. So this is representative of this person's damage. I don't see how I'm going to get that high. Hopefully I can beat my original score, but let's start getting into this here and we'll give it a shot. Now, this is like an RPG card battler game. The RPG elements are more present in the story mode than Conquest, but either way, we're in here having a super time. We have 100 wealth to start with. Everybody in this mode starts as a warrior, and it's up to you to decide how you spend your resources. So we follow on a fixed path. Whoops, we gotta use one of the weird candles. And as we explore, we're gonna find these like mini battles, very straightforward, easy battles to get. But the point is that they're loading us up with XP and random cards to choose from to build out our deck in order to face the final guy. So let's approach these guys. They're gonna tell us a few things. We're not gonna focus on that so much today. We're just gonna get into the battling and start unlocking cards to see how much damage we can possibly do to the final boss. So these guys aren't hitting very hard. If you've never seen this game before, it's the first time you've seen it, then I'll explain it real quick. These numbers in the top left of a card is the energy that it costs to play it. We currently have 3 available energy. This is the damage that it will do. This is the type of the card, an attack. And then you can also see enemy intents and health right in front of us. So this guy's going to attack for 1 to 2 damage. This guy's going to attack for 1 to 2 damage. And then this number here represents their armor. You can get them into negative armor, which then boosts your damage. And I think that's probably the key for getting super high damage on this boss at the end. So let's just start going through here relatively quick. These small strikes are pretty nice in terms of raw damage output. All the while that this is happening, we are building up our brawler damage. And when this is filled, we can use this to unleash a really powerful attack. So we're going to beat down these enemies and hopefully not do anything embarrassing like die to them, because they shouldn't kill you, as you can tell by the lack of damage that they have currently. Let's do small strikes again. They always attack from left to right. We can finish this guy off. There you go. And then I may as well put in a block here, and that'll block the small amount of damage that's coming in. And if we want, we might as well just like throw down our brawler here. Sick animation, super cool, giving us tons of XP, which is essentially just power leveling us so that we can get to that boss and have cool stuff to use. Okay, so now let's start picking our cards with the sole purpose of trying to deal as much damage as possible to the boss. I happen to know, because I went through here once before, that we will get healed right before the boss. So things like cleave, probably not that great because we're facing one giant enemy. So we probably want to avoid that. This is pretty nice. Increases your damage by 10% until the end of combat. So if you get a bunch of these at the start of the round against the boss, that could be really nice. I think we'll go ahead and take that. We have a new passive skill. So extra HP is nice. Attack is the best defense. On each hit, we're going to gain 1 armor for the remainder of battle. It's not bad. Or we could just increase our overall armor by 10. It's interesting. I think this one, if we want to go armor, is probably best. But I think out of these 3, which are not that great, for this run. We're going to take the plus 50 HP. This is already played out significantly different than my previous run based on the cards that I've seen. Now, I took this in my last run. It seemed okay. The thing is, you can get this damage boosted if you kill an enemy with this card. So every time you kill an enemy, it's going to increase the damage of this card by 10%. But ultimately, there's not enough enemies to really make that beneficial here. So I think we take this one, a random attack, where we deal 15 to 21, targeting a random enemy, stuns a random enemy. Against the boss, it will stun, but again, it's not that good against the boss because it's a small amount of damage. You know what? I'm going to skip these cards, actually. We'll just take the gold because we can buy some stuff with that later. 5 to 7 targets all enemies. Again, we want to be more single target focused. Damage of 45 to 63. Next turn, draw 2 cards less, or draw 2 cards only played once per turn. I don't like any of these. Each hit decreases enemy armor by 1. I actually like that a lot. Vulnerable is applied at 5 instead of 6, which is good. Vulnerable means they take even more increased damage. But I think this is pretty good because we attack pretty regularly, slowly decreasing armor over time. Another cleave, sacrifice HP, gain energy, and draw 2 cards. I will actually take this. Short pause is nice too, though. We get to restore some HP. Let's take this. Gaining energy, drawing cards is really nice, and it just increases the amount of damage that we can output. Reflect. So I tried this last time as well. Reflect 100% of the next incoming hit, but we don't have a lot of high attack damage coming out from the enemies that we run into. This one's really good. 10 to 14 times 4, and then if we can like reduce armor on enemies, that would be quite good. This can improve the efficiency of this card a lot. 2 energy at the start of every combat. Not bad. Physical training duplicates every 10th attack card played. Also kind of nice. So it counts as using it twice. The start of every combat. This is nice too. Thing is, for that boss, you're only going to get this once. I think I'm going to take physical training. All cards reduced by energy, but it costs 3 to use. Damage 2 to 3 damage times 6 on random enemies, and each hit reduces the armor. I actually like that. 50% damage this turn could be very good if we combo it with our ultimate. Reduce enemies' armor by 100 for 1 turn. Next turn, restore their full HP. Now, interesting because against the boss, I don't think the HP actually matters unless that undoes all of our damage. I don't know. The way that it's written is it's about dealing as much damage as you can. So I'm going to try this. On enemy kill, gain energy, draw a card. It's not going to be that beneficial. Base damage by 10, probably. Whenever you play 2 or less cards, draw 2 additional. Yeah, I think increasing base damage would be good. Okay. So that's like the first phase. There's, I believe, 3 phases. So 3 little mini fights that we're going to do. We fight some basic guys at the beginning. We fight 3 here. And the next one, I think we fight 5. But yeah. Okay. So let's go into small strikes. Let's go with a basic attack. Who's lowest? This guy's at 54. Let's go here. And you can see that that's going to stack pretty nicely. We get the extra attack benefit because their armor is lower. Every attack, it drops a little bit. Death by 1,000 cuts here. 50% damage this turn. Yeah, let's do it. So now we go small strikes, hit random enemies. Go back here. Very good. Okay. Well, let's take him out. We got 2 more.
Is that all?
Sacrifice and gain energy. It's going to sacrifice 15 health. Not bad. The problem is we don't have cards that can really benefit here. Reduce enemies by 100 armor. Then we restore their full HP. It's not going to benefit me here. This is something we want to use to like finish somebody off. Let's just do a couple of blocks here. Okay.
I will end you.
Increase damage by 10% till end of combat. Yes, please. 12 to 16 times 4 on random. Go. Okay, very nice. Now this one's technically more damage output, but if all of these... I need 2 attacks to kill this guy, so I'd rather just take this and secure it. Then we're only down to 1. I can see this mode being quite addicting. Because it's totally... It plays out differently every time. Based on how lucky or unlucky you are. Oh, okay, right. So physical training, that just duplicated our attack. Something we should keep in mind. So if I put this on here, I think it adds a counter to that. So now it's giving us just tons of XP, like it's ridiculous. All that's doing is forcing us to get a bunch of cards. And then a little bit of gold, never hurt. We will have a shop that we'll reach where we can, yeah, here, we can spend. So we have 480 wealth right now. Couple of things to consider. We definitely want to just focus on damage output. So in my last run, I got some healing, which I might need to buy here as well. These are probably the ones I should get. But then I also got these Grimoire of Reversals because I figured we're facing a boss. He's probably going to hit very hard, but he doesn't. So these ended up being a waste of money. This is really good, though. Permanently reduces all enemies' armor by 15. So I could see buying that. Generates magical barrier. All hits inflict maximum damage from spread until end of combat. So we have a range of like 10 to X damage. One seal of unfolding could be beneficial. I know this is over our amount, but I'm just putting it in here. Strong healing elixirs. Fully charge my rune. Oh, that could be good too. Reduce the chosen enemy's armor by 75 for 4 turns. Just adding these in. Draw 2 cards, gain energy, lose HP. Okay, so what do we want to get rid of? I think this one, the damage range is still pretty high. Permanently reducing armor seems really important. Fully charging my rune, while nice, doesn't seem that cost effective. Further reducing armor is quite good. I don't think I can pull off all of these. What do I want to do? Permanent reduction or a reduction by 75 for 4 turns? I think if I buy 3 of these and we have 2 healing, then yeah, then we can just throw these on. We'll be reducing armor in other ways as well. Yeah, I think this is okay. Plus it got us right down to 0 wealth, so. Okay, next batch of cards. We're not going to do any reflections. All cards currently, no, we're not going to play this. It's too expensive. Spike's throw, targeting all enemies doesn't help us. Both hits the same enemy deal extra damage. That could be good because it is against 1 enemy at the end. It costs 2 though to use it. I think we're better off using just 2 basic attacks with lower armor. I'm gonna skip that too. Okay, so we got runes now. When your brawler attack, when you use your brawler attack, your special, with at least 15 charges, enemy gets minus 100 armor. When you use brawler attack with at least 10 charges, you stun. Doesn't matter to us. When you kill enemy with brawler rune, heal. Okay, so we're gonna go for the armor reduction. This one's not bad because it reduces armor. Oh, heavy hit actually could be nice. This does 6 attacks, reducing armor by 3 each time. Let's do that. Duplicate next card played could be good. Cleave we don't want. Brawler Rune charges carry over. All vulnerable enemies receive plus 50% additional damage. Let's do that. Next turn, draw 2 cards less, but we get a heavy attack out here. Let's go with this. Duplicate next card played. Targets a random enemy for 2, but it's a chain, so multiply the card effect by number of cards of the same type played in this round. So if you do an attack and then this, challenge is it costs 2, so you can only play like 1 card generally before this because we have 3 energy right now. This we're not going to be able to build up enough. I'll take a duplicate here. An enemy kill, 1 energy, draw a card, doesn't help us against the boss. Items repelling weirdness lasts twice as long, doesn't help us. Increase my armor. Well, none of these are great. Let's skip this too. All right. So this, I think this is our final one. So there's 5 of them. They're going to attack from left to right. I just have to hope that we don't die, because we're going all in here. This could work. So let's increase our damage till end of combat. It's a very nice one to have. Man, we have like all these things. Let's do this. So I can actually take out somebody at 75. This guy's hitting really hard. So maybe we take him out with the power blow. Draw 2 less cards next time. Okay. Let's see how this works. These guys are at full health. Let's put this on somebody like this, who's minus 100. So after, yeah, okay. So when it goes to their turn, it just gets removed. Gotcha. So you have to follow that up with immediate attacks. It's fine.
I will end you.
Okay, so this guy's dealing 6 to 10 damage. We drew less cards this time. Let's go small strikes here. Hit over here. Damn. Okay, so we're gonna focus on this one now. We'll do 1 block, but it's only gonna block like nothing. Might have to use my heals in this round.
Bring it on.
Let's use one here. Just spreading around that armor. There you go. Keep going. Okay, so how much damage can we output with the ultimate here? 21 to 30. 16. This will duplicate the next card played. I don't know if that's going to carry over into our next like hand. 23 to 32. It's a little bit overkill for this. Let's see what happens with small strikes first. Oh, God. Oh, that's overkill there for sure, but he is dealing a lot of damage. This guy's going to be next. I know we're going to take more damage here, but I don't think I need to worry about that too much. Now, we can only use this once per round. That's understandable. But for the boss, I think this is going to be really important as to when we use this to maximize this, because you could wait till it goes all the way up in charges and then use it. Let's try this. Good. Go here. Oh, beautiful. Very lucky there. Very lucky. Duplicate our next card played. Let's go this, and then we'll go attack on him. Okay, excellent. So the way this ultimate works, in case this is your first time seeing this game, this deals damage based on your current charges to one enemy. The way that you place charges every time you hit somebody, and you place a combo mark on an enemy per each hit. So you'll notice things that are coming up below them as we attack. Here's that power blow. Yeah, look at this. So because of the armor and because of our other stuff, oh, this is our 10. Okay, that's why. Because of physical training, this is actually gonna hit twice. So maybe I should just use that to clean this guy up. Or wait. Oh, he's vulnerable. So he's taking 100% incoming damage because we reduced his armor enough or hit him enough times. Trying to think if I can, like, 26 to 37. Let's just do this and kill him. There. So reach 6 to make enemies vulnerable. Something to keep in mind. 9 to 12. Let's hold that. This is all we got because of the cards that we played. He's doing 4 to 6 here. Target randoms versus this for 1 cost. It only does 13 to 18. This is 13 to 18 times 4 for 2. But it's random. There you go. Health restored. Very good. Now we can also ditch cards after this. So we'll have an opportunity to get rid of a bunch of cards if we want. Ooh, this is good. Reducing armor is what we want. Big attacks and armor reduction now. This one's good. Shield breaker. Cleave, no. Brawler rune carries over between fights. I guess increasing my armor doesn't really matter. Let's skip. Draw a card. Chance to stun. I don't know if we get to go back to the store anymore. So let's take this and maybe we can ditch it. This one's good to give an extra energy on the following turn. The stun doesn't really matter. Items repelling weirdness last. Heal 10 HP. Get 2 energy at the start. I guess I'll take that one. After play card returns to your hand. This card's cost can never be modified. So that'll be a guaranteed attack that we can always have. Damage is tripled if the enemy is stunned, which is nice. We just don't have a lot of stun cards. Return damage from next hit to the enemy performing it. I think maybe this. This is a consistent attack. Well, there's the stun card. 5 to 7 times 2. If it hits the same, deal extra, which it would. This is a 2 cost. 5 to 7 times 2, targeting all. This would stun. Take that. When you hit an enemy, receive 2 brawler charges. Yes. When your brawler attack, target all enemies. Doesn't matter. 2% damage per brawler charge. 50% brawler ultimate damage. Ooh. I think this is going to build it faster, but this is going to make it stronger. What's more important? This also buffs all of our other attacks 2% per brawler charge. So if we save it up till it's a little higher, then we get a lot of value out of that. Okay, yeah, so we're not going to be able to buy anything, I don't think. Here's where we can ditch cards, though. We have 1 stun. I think I'm just going to get rid of that. We have our basic attacks. But this does... So let's, as an example, if we got rid of all of those, we rely on small strikes for our basic attacks. Get rid of all our blocks. Maybe I'll do that. It's an option. I think though that's actually a pretty good option. We clear out all these basic ones, and then we get, for the same cost, we get 15 to 21 damage instead of 11 to 15. And then we get rid of blocks, which we're not going to use. So I'm curious to know if I can go back to the shop. If these guys... Ooh, let's do this. Okay, yeah, we're all the way back. So no is the answer. So you only get to go to the shop once, which means the money that you gain in that last one doesn't really matter. So let's battle. See how we do. Okay, so we have 10 turns to deal as much damage as possible. Damage dealt up here. He's going to hit for 8 to 12. He doesn't hit super hard. What we want to do is get his armor down and then start hitting. Increase damage by 10 until end of combat. Yes, please. We're going to do this. We're going to draw a card. Let's use this. It's at minus 75. He's taking tons of damage here. Melted armor. Now, what's going to be our most efficient thing? This is 21 times 4, so let's say 80-ish for 2, and this would be 30 for 1. So if you played 3 of these, this would be more valuable. We don't have 3 of them. So how much? What's the most damage I can put on every turn? This card would come back, which isn't bad. This card's dealing 94. This one's dealing 80. This one's dealing 94. Actually, I have 5 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can play almost all of these. So I think what we do is we go Storm of Blades, because it's multi-attacks, and we're going to further reduce his armor. Then we do this one, because it comes back and it's just consistent damage, because we're going to draw 2 cards less, so this is good. And then we play this, I think. The armor dropping every time. If we can make him vulnerable... Oh. Oh, okay. It doesn't even go to the next turn. It's just the same turn. Didn't know that. That's actually kind of interesting. If we get him to vulnerable, let's see here. Yeah, then he takes more damage, which obviously we would expect. I'm gonna hit this. Just because he's vulnerable. Okay. This actually works out rather nice, considering. Okay, so we're already in a much better spot. I could just throw this down one more time. Or I could let it keep building, but because he's vulnerable, I think we benefit here. All right. Duplicate our next card played. Reduce target's armor by 10. That's going to be better than our basic attack, obviously. But I won't be able to duplicate anything unless it's this. So this would be what? 84? No. Yeah. For 2. This one's more efficient. But this reduces armor. So does this, though. This reduces armor by more. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is go double pain and then go into 2 feints. Because you get all that extra damage coming out. His armor's already insanely low. Yeah, that works. We'll keep building this now. Hitting for 8 to 12. Let's do this one. We can afford the HP. Gain extra energy. Will that help me, though? A little bit. This is where I'm worried that this is going to undo our damage dealt. I'm really worried about that. And this also plays a block, but I get energy next turn. This duplicates next card played. This is not that great. Plus, oh yeah, his armor is high, but we could just use the acid flask too. Instead of risking this. It's a tough call. Let's do this because it'll get us to draw more cards and then we will have use for the energy. Let's use one of these. So we have 5 energy now. Duplicate our next card played. This one's really nice. This is really good. His armor's minus 95. So I don't know if you can go minus more than 100. So if I play chain attack for 2, that leaves me with 3. Then I would go into this. It's going to hit really hard. And it's going to get played twice. All the while building this non-stop. Oh, you can go minus more. Holy smokes. This is going to reduce his armor for 2 turns. This will give us more energy next turn. This is going to put out a ton of damage. I want to try this, but I hope this doesn't screw us. It might. It's very possible. It's very... If this damage goes all the way to 0, I'm going to be super sad here. Do I want energy next turn? Probably. His armor's already insanely low. Let's use our healing as well, because why not? And let's put this out while his armor is incredibly low. Let's see what happens here. Oh, good. Okay. So good. It doesn't mess us up. Duplicate the next card played. This is quite good. 50% damage per turn. So that's 1. Then I go duplicate the next card, and then we go into 2 feints. Okay. This is significantly better than my first run. We still have 6 turns as well. I don't think drawing here is going to help. This is on for 2 more turns. Let's keep this one for a bit. Okay, increase our damage. Look at the damage. Oh my Lanta. Now, this is 171 to 239. This would be oh, same thing actually. 171 to to what's 79 times 3? 9 times 3 is 27, 21. I'm not sure. 39 times 3 is 237. So this one does just a little bit more, but this one reduces armor on every attack. So technically we'll get more benefit from that, I think. And we build this meter more. So yeah, that's definitely the right way to go, I think. Should I throw this down right now? Let's go. Okay. Reduce armor by 30 for 1. This one's quite good. Oh, the power blow. Okay. So we can further reduce armor. 112 versus, yeah, I think this one for sure. So we can't do both. Can't do both. So it's either the rapid attack. We definitely want to throw this down. So let's go with shield breaker. And then the power blow. Holy crap. Holy crap. We got 3 turns left. Oh, so nice to get this too. And this. Beautiful. Let's get rid of that. Now, I can play this 3 times. Or I can do this. So it's 230. This could do slightly less. But it hits 3 times, which is going to build this meter and reduces armor. I think we do one of these. And then this, and then this. Okay. He's not vulnerable now, so we need to hit. Let's use this to sacrifice HP, gain energy, draw cards, increase damage. 50% damage this turn. Okay. Okay, I think we do want to use that. We've got 5. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to spend. So we probably ignore this one. This one's really good. We're going to duplicate a card soon. So I think we go all in. We go Storm of Blades and then 2 feints. $37 times 3 versus 74 times 4. That's going to put him invulnerable as well. Then we're going to do 2 feints. And then because we have that extra damage this turn... Holy crap, you guys. 2 feints because that triggered twice. We're like doing it. Holy crap, we crossed 10,000. Holy moly. Holy moly. This is our last turn. Our last turn. So we might as well draw. Increase damage. Duplicate next card played. And this duplicates the next card played. Ooh. So what if I go... Oh, I can't pull it all off. I think the smartest thing I could do is we go chain attack and then we duplicate the small strikes. Right? Might as well use this too. Actually, should have used that a couple turns ago. Would have been even better. Forgot we had one. Got too excited. And then here. And then we go brawler. Kaboom. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. It could have been a little bit better if I had further reduced the armor, but I mean, damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Put me on that board. Put me up there. Put me on the board. Let's go. Total damage dealt. That's not true. I want to see it. 19th. Okay, you know what? Not bad. I'm top 20. I'm top 20 after 2 tries. That's not bad. Now you need to for this guy, Gurm Flurm or whatever. I'm guessing that the real strategy here, you got to be very strict on which cards you're picking. Extremely strict. I think I got the right mentality about reducing armor and that kind of stuff. I probably picked up some extra fluff cards there that I didn't need to have. I also picked up some more powerful cards in my first run that I didn't see in this one. So very tempting, but like top 20, that's pretty good. Look at these guys. They're struggling. And this just came out like hours ago. So some people are in there with zeros. Okay, that doesn't make me feel very good. But I'm in the top 20, and that's my claim to fame, okay? I'm 19th in the world at Tainted Grail Conquest currently. Anyways, play it. Let me know if you guys beat me, and we'll go from there. I'll have links down below. For future videos, I'm probably going to do... I won't go back into the event because I'd like to try out some of the other classes. You can just do a regular Conquest run. Maybe what I'll do is, like, try out this class. I booted it up to see if we could actually pick the class, but I haven't actually played it yet. So if we, let's see, just as a quick little heads up.
King Arthur.
If we do a run, I think it'll probably have to go over the course of a couple of videos, but if we try a Conquest run as the new class I've never tried, this Druid, there's either the Blood Mage or the Summoner. It's a rune focused on using powerful sigils to grow its familiars into unstoppable machines of destruction. This is not balanced correctly, but I don't care. Would be fun. Draw forth the power of your own blood to summon powerful allies. I don't know, but it could be neat, and I think it's worth a shot. So maybe I'll do a couple of videos of a Summoner run as well if you guys are interested to see what that's like. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. That was tight. I'm glad that I was able to outperform my first run because it was horrible. But once you know what to expect, your second run will be significantly better all the time, obviously. Guys, thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye for now.